there is a huge transformation coming. It's going to rock your world. And you're not easily rocked. But there is a sense that this is too good to be true. Something that you've already perceived as not even conceptual. Maybe you wrote it off a long time ago. But Scorpio, it's for you. And it's coming for you. And it's going to find you. You who are right now regenerating, rejuvenating yourself, taking care of you, which for the first time in a long time means that your focus is not on other people or somebody else, but it is on you, doing what's good for your soul, trying different things, being a different version of yourself simply to mix shit up a bit. But there is a destiny and a fate that is headed directly your way. And it is not avoidable. And it is not something that you have to steer yourself in the direction of. But it is looming to the point where I can feel it already. And I want to talk to you about it. I want to talk to you about what is coming that is going to shake your world and sort of bring it down. See, a long time ago, something happened to you when you were a child. I know that's very broad, but Scorpio, follow along with me. This was the event that changed the way that you saw the world. The loss of somebody important, the loss of an important opportunity. And it jaded you. It didn't destroy you. It didn't end you. But it definitely sent you on a trajectory of needing something. Needing a fulfillment that you did not get, but you did need. And I talked about this a lot on my daily. I talked about it a lot when I said this whole year has been about something that fucked up. And the gods, the universe, figuring it out and discovering it. An opportunity denied, a life denied. Whether it had been your life and your life trajectory or an actual literal life by the loss of a child or the loss of a sibling or the loss of a loved one. Something taken that was not supposed to be. And I know there is no mistakes, but that's not true, is it? Things get fucked up all the time. There are predictables and there is such a thing as chaos. But that's what these periods of retrograde are for. Digging down deep and figuring out what went wrong and where, and now what do we have to do to fix it. And I said this morning in the daily, and please do go watch the daily, that Pluto has been in Capricorn all year. It will be in Capricorn for the next 4 years. And it has not taken lightly to those things that have not been done correctly. See, Pluto is the great destroyer, and you are ruled by Pluto, and it will bring things to its knees that are not built strong. And so for you who are ruled by Pluto, there is this sense of leave it in the waste, leave it behind. What's done, it's done, and it's over. But this isn't over. In fact, it never got a chance to begin, and this is what is being given back to you. Now, you don't believe it, and you won't believe it, because this was an event that was so powerful that it changed the way that you interacted and saw the possibilities of the world. You turned a piece of yourself off that has not been turned on for a very long time. But suddenly, somebody comes on, and as easily as walking into a room and turning on a light switch, there is a dawning and a discovery and a realization, holy crap, it's you. Here I am. Am I talking about love? I am talking about love, deep, undeniable connection. Is it romance for another person? I don't think it's necessarily that. But this is something that you love so much and so strong that was killed and died. And you had to let it go, but here it comes back. In another body, in another form, or the ship just came back around. But this is that resurrection of life, of something that was not supposed to be lost because it was a blessing and it was a gift. And it was, now, it was meant for you. Now, will it come back in the same form? No, it won't. No, it won't, because we live within the confines of 3 dimensions, height, length, width, and laws of physics govern us, and they are true and they are real, and we live a linear existence. So no, this person won't come back to life, but they will be reincarnated and they will come back into your life. And this whole period of time, which I predict is at least 2 decades, it's been a long time, so it could very well be something that, depending on how old you are, you might not even know that you lost. But you'll feel it every day in a certain steady hum or hiss of dissatisfaction, that there's a lack of contentment. And yet here it comes. Here it comes back. If it is a soul that was lost, they are coming back to you. They are coming back to you in an opportunity, in a new person that took this long to grow. They are coming back to you. Now, that doesn't mean that you're going to fall in love with a 20-year-old and, yay, my excuse as a 54-year-old to fall in love with a 20-year-old. No, because it's not that simple. It could be that simple, but it's really not that simple. There's a sense of, if you were denied the right to your mother because you lost her a long time ago, then there is this sense of motherhood coming into your life. A chance to be a mother, a chance to be the mother that you never had, and a chance to connect to that karmic and eternal vein of truth that lives within you by acting out and playing out through this new opportunity those roles that you never got to play out. You may meet somebody, this is all metaphor, you may meet somebody who is very much like a mother to you. And at first, this is how it's going to happen, Scorpio. You won't even know what is happening. You'll just feel a sort of concession towards somebody that you normally wouldn't think twice about. And as a few moments pass, you will suddenly begin to realize, oh my God, this has been so long ago that I forgot that I lost it. It was always supposed to be yours, and now it is coming back to you. Share your gifts. Now, what is so wonderful is that this will hit you like a fucking curveball. You will not even know that it's going to happen. What is happening now is your prep period, and your prep period has to do with sharing your gifts and your talents and your abilities, allowing your true self to shine, to be you out loud, giving of yourself, self-sacrifice, no, we'll stay with sacrifice. Yeah, that's what we'll stay with. It is self-sacrifice. You are giving of yourself and helping others. Maybe literally by being charitable, by running charitable events, or simply by, making your whole life about other people. And it is not a sacrifice. No, it is a sacrifice, but it is not a hardship. This is actually something that you're choosing to do, to learn a level of humility that you will have to have in the face of this destiny that you're about to crash into. A new start is coming for you. A new beginning. Where there was once emptiness, slowly but surely it is about to be filled. This is a new cycle and stage in your life. There is a special moment that is occurring. And it is occurring on Halloween, which you know is a celebration of your time and your space, which is the veil between the living and the dead. You know that that is a very special time for you. In Scorpio, there is a blue moon happening on the 31st of October. This is a special, special time. It's a special, highly charged energy. There are new beginnings that are starting. Now, what does a new moon have to do with a full moon? The point is, it's the intensity of something new starting around that period of your life. Fill the well. You know that you need to take care of yourself. But in some strange twist of event, taking care of yourself has been taking care of others. It has been recognizing the fullness that you get when you're giving. And you needed to get away. As in, away from all the bullshit and the expectations that are normally expected of you. Maybe even get away from different aspects of your life. And this is the clue, Scorpio, that something is on its way. It's a sign. If I could make a checklist, I would do this for you. There's a sense, maybe I can make a checklist. There's a sense of, have you been wanting to escape? Have you been wanting to, have the people or the places in your life been things that you have, not necessarily through anger or hatred, but have they been things that you've been trying to distance yourself from? Have you been trying to distance yourself from the norm and what is normally there for you? And that is because it's not contenting you anymore, because the norm is about to get broken in two. And you, so psychically connected, somehow knows that there's a death of the norm that is coming. So you have been removing yourself from the average, from the ordinary. Even if you built it, it doesn't matter. What matters is you have been getting the call to remove yourself from what has become the mundane or the everyday, because you know intuitively it is going to change. Open your heart and see the light. Giving and not receiving is allowing you that space that's putting you in the correct mindset. Once again, go back to that checklist of opening your heart in a way that you normally would not, because there is an opportunity or a person as the opportunity coming to you in a relatively short period of time now that is going to necessitate your heart be that wide open, and you are now doing the prep work for it. So you are loving more deeply. And you have become connected to this altruism, this maybe even philosophy of defending what is weak, defending what, providing for what is missing. This sense of, I want to get myself away from what is average and what is normal. And I need to put myself into the position of just, it's literally, I'm going to say this. I know that some of you are men and you've never gone through child labor, but this is literally like dilating. You are literally getting ready to open yourself up. Little by little, you're dilating, which means you could have been feeling pains. You could have been feeling a sense of being pulled in a different direction, a stretching, an opening, a widening, and even it cramps to a certain degree, though please, if you're experiencing real pain, get yourself to a doctor. But no, real like aches, emotional especially, psychic maybe, real aches of something that needs to fit in, or and that needs this opening, that needs this space, something that's ready to come through, and it's ready to come through you. So it could very well be that you are the gift for somebody else. And this opening and this broadening and this expanding and this widening is all about you leaving space for them. Saying goodbye to those things that no longer serve you. Saying goodbye to those things that are no longer good enough for you. Becoming very discerning about who you allow in your life. Not in a rude way, but in a very definite way. Not feeling guilty anymore for getting rid of those things that just are not you. They don't serve you. And there was a weakness, and now there's not. There's a certainty. You're feeling a certainty. You're feeling the freedom that is certainty. A self-assuredness, a maturity, and a preparedness. You're ready to move on. And you're ready to say sayonara to all of those things that don't work for you anymore. There's a purging going on, and it started to happen slowly. It's not happening to you all at once, but there's a purging. It's not like you're kicking the shit out of people and throwing them out your door, but there is a purging. And if I were somebody in a Scorpio's life, I would wonder, am I going to make the cut? And I can tell you, I don't know if this is a cross watcher, because their spiritual transformation is so Plutonian. It's so unique and individual to them that even they don't have a full grasp on it enough to know if you are going to be somebody that's going to be there in their future. Be patient and give yourself the best. And this speaks to this energy. No longer settling or denying yourself. No longer accommodating others. But there is also, like I said, not a rush. So this is, in terms of timeline, you've got all the way through October to really see the full impact of this. And it's a sense of this preparedness is happening slowly. Just like dilation happens very slowly. Now, these pains can last for a while, but there is that sense of during that time, you are allowing yourself to stop and take time for yourself, to be patient with yourself as well as patient with others. Because if they don't make the cut, and if somebody does get the boot from your life or get left behind from your life, it's not going to be out of hatred. It's going to be out of understanding, and it's going to be out of gratitude, but it's also going to be definite. I did 3 tarot previews, and there is a discontentment and a wanting to wake up from and leave and move on from. What doesn't appreciate you, what doesn't understand you, what doesn't get you. And I think there has been a great deal of abundance that you've received from these circumstances, but they're easy to let go. They're easier to let go than you could have ever imagined or would have ever thought possible. Let's get into the full reading, Scorpio. Surrender now. And this is Sagittarius season, and it came out in the future position. So there is a bit of chaos that will be happening, but there is a bit of luck and an opening of your heart, an expanding of your heart. There is also a don't try to control it. You have to just let it happen. And even though that is not you, it's not something that you feel comfortable with, I guarantee you by Sagittarius season, your life will have changed. Hold on. I dropped these cards. These cards came out in past position. This is Sagittarius position in past position. Some sort of improvisation, some sort of sleight of hand. Also, it could very well have been the energy of you. I heard Sagittarius explain this way, but this is energy that you're embodying. This is you. This is flirting your way into a relationship you never meant to be in. And I feel that a lot of you actually got yourself there. Flirting your way into a relationship, or wiling your way, or charming your way into an opportunity that, yes, I mean, I guess it felt like a win at the time, but it really was just you wanted attention. And it really was you just wanted to see if you could do it. And it really just was this sense of it all happened so fast that you didn't have time to realize or compensate for that it wasn't supposed to happen at all, just like that channeled message. And it does have something to do with Sagittarian energy. It does have something to do with chaos. It has something to do with fire energy. It does have something to do with the energy of a person that just leapt at you, leapt right into your life, kind of shoved their way in there, and you let them in. It may have been great. It may have been fiery. It may have been passionate, but I don't think it was meant to be. This is Cancerian energy that also came out in the past. This is growing and developing and changing. It is that essence of transformation where you don't belong in the water anymore. You don't belong just there. You should be able to leap from lily pad to lily pad and go up on land. In other words, you've changed, Scorpio. The transformation is once completed, done. There's no going back from this. There is no such thing as turning around. This is done. It's leaving the past behind and being okay with it, because you realize that the situation that you're in now calls for a difference in your life. It calls for you to be able to let go, be more malleable, be more flexible, be more open to different worlds or to different aspects of yourself. There's a sense of leaving whatever wild, wiggly its way into your life, letting it go. Even though it was fun, and even though you still feel some obligation toward it, you're letting it go. There is always enough, and watch your words, Piscean and Gemini energy. Being surrounded by too many people who say what you want to hear and know you well enough to know exactly what it is that you want to hear. This is the essence of a person or people that want to be in your life and want to be associated with you. There's always a sense of there's too much of people who will parrot you and say what you need to hear, and not enough people who will challenge you. And that's another one of your signs, another one of your check marks. This person will challenge you. This person will encourage you to get outside of your comfort zone. This person will do it quietly, and they will do it gently, but they will do it serenely and certainly. They will make you question how everything in your life could have stayed the way that it is for as long as it was. And they will do it simply and gently by being themselves. Now, this is the abundance of people who will say what you want to hear. This is the abundance of people who go along with and please you. Not necessarily the best aspects to have into your life, but definitely you're such a loyal soul that people like this, you wouldn't question. You wouldn't hate them. You wouldn't kick them out. You just sort of take them along with you because they're good, because they're loyal. They don't do anything wrong, and yet it was never right. But you didn't have the heart to say, I want it to be right. I'm not settling for what just comes to me anymore. Badger, be fearless and bold. This is Aries energy, also in your past. That came up in the past position. This is boldness. This is assertiveness. Maybe even a time in your life where you had to think more of yourself than anybody else and just go. And the only people you had space for were the ones that agreed with you or were going to come along on that train with you. You couldn't really have much of a challenge. However, this is huge sex drive, and this is sexuality. This is sensuality. This is eroticism and masculine sort of progress. This was just having your goals set, knowing where you wanted. And it's almost like the energy of you were so busy with your career and what you wanted to get done in life, you didn't have time to be picky with who you let in it. And so the people that came there came, and if they were loyal and kind, they stayed. And it wasn't like you were being as selective, because ultimately you just needed people to get the fuck out of your way so you could get done what you needed to get done. Well, guess what? Now, what you needed to get done, it's done. And you have so much, and you have abundance. And so now you can be a lot more selective on, but you don't inspire me. And I don't hate you. I don't hate you, but I need more than you. That's hard to hear. Take a leap of faith. You did. You jumped into something that you never thought that you'd be able to do. This is a sense of listening to your conscience, listening to your soul, you went where spirit told you to go. And even though it may have been a really difficult process for you, Scorpio, there is this sense of you made the right leap. You made the right leap, and you have become very successful. Two of the most beneficial cards benefic cards in this deck. There is Leo energy, and there is good luck. I mean, I would just say, I don't think this is a specific, I don't align this card with a zodiac sign. I don't. Maybe other people do, but I don't. But what this does say is you've had great fortune in the work that you've done. Whatever you've been putting your hard work to, and you have not given up on, you've been extremely tenacious, and you've also built a kind of good karma around yourself because you didn't give up and because you did succeed. So there is a level of wonderful success that is surrounding you right now. An aura of, I did that. I did that. Okay. You are not a disloyal person. So what is going to make you, are you going to cheat on somebody? Or are you going to, no. It's going to be the end. It's going to come. It's going to be natural. Surrender now. Like a moth to a flame, this is something that you will not be able to resist. Like a moth to a flame, this is around Sagittarius season. I believe Jupiter got out of retrograde recently as well, and it's gearing up at the end of this year to go into Aquarius. Saturn is going into Aquarius as well. Doing more for others, wanting more to do more for others, and wanting to be around people who give themselves over to these new ideals, these higher ideals that you have now. Not really being willing to settle for people who aren't people who don't care as much as you do. Let's put it that way. Let's get into your angel messages. All right, Scorpio. And yes, there is always an extended. The link is below. We're going to dive deep into specifics and get the nitty-gritty when it comes through tarot. Okay. Just want to be sure I was recording. Almost got freaked out there. Wow. I can't believe these cards are coming out for you. This is amazing. So spirit messages are coming through. Listen, if you're happily married, I'm not saying you're dumping your spouse. That's absolutely not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying that these changes will come so naturally to you that they will surprise you. That it will be gentle changes. It will be changes that had to be divinely created, right? It will not, this Scorpio, you're not breaking up with a person that you're happy with. 10 to 1, then it has nothing to do with your love life or romance life. It's probably your career. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm speaking to, because this event in your past changed you so that you chose this career or didn't choose this career or took away an opportunity for this career. It wouldn't have had anything to do with your love life. So there is no need to worry about, oh God, what are they taking from me? Because the only thing that's being taken is the thing that you are ready to be done with. Because what was meant for you is here. And you're prepping for that now. Archangel Michael is here. The path is now clear. I have removed all obstacles in your way. You can move forward now with ease and confidence. You will achieve what your heart desires. Here's the twist, and Archangel Michael knows this. Your heart is desiring something different now. And that's why the path is clear. Because your perspective has changed. Because you've turned and looked a different direction. And where there once blockages, it's all of a sudden the path is clear. And you're like, wait a second. Was this path always clear? Yeah, but you were never looking at it before. Now you see it. Imagine. Clearly visualize the life you want, clearly and honestly. Feel it in your heart and soul, and so it will come to be. You thought you could never have children, right? You thought you'd never get married, right? You thought there's no way I'll make it to that level in the company. Be honest. What is the life that you really want before you learned that you couldn't have it? That's the one that I want you to start prepping again. Miracle. You can't make this shit up. Our wings of light surround you and those you love. This current situation is governed by a higher power. The forces of love are at work. All will turn out well. The ones that you love, the ones that belong in your life, you don't have anything to worry about. They're coming along with you. Okay? Angels, God, the universe, they're taking them right along with you. They're going to fit right into this new life. What did I tell you? Pluto, you, the destroyer, only destroys what is weak and what is not meant to be. If it was meant to be and it is strong, he doesn't even have an effect on it. So there's nothing to fear. Do it now. Don't put it off any longer. Have courage. Listen to your intuition, for it is the guiding voice of your soul. What are you supposed to do? You know. You know. Prayer. No matter how difficult the situation may seem, all is possible. Let's read that again. No matter how difficult the situation may seem, all is possible. Ask. We are listening. Your gateway is opened. What is it that you really want? Let's go to tarot. The link is below. We're going to unveil all the details. I'll see you guys over there.